The shellacking that we put on the Titans was like the equivalent of just beating the brakes off them. You know what I'm saying? Taking their Jordans, eh, taking everything, come up off all that. You know what I mean? Stripping them down. Then they went home, got fitted again, came back out and got jacked again. And then, like, in what's it called? Call of Duty or whatever, when someone gets bodied and all them first person shooter games where they be teabagging them, we teabagged the entire franchise. Like, seriously, man. Comment, guys. When's the last time you've seen an ass whooping to that degree? Ryan Tannehill ends up getting benched, after a pick six. He's trying to chase down Milano. Stop it, man. You ain't catching him. Get the fuck out of here. And then the, backup comes in. What you talking about, Willis? We have him under pressure. He's bumping into his own man, fumbling the ball. Like, it was just a mess. And at the end of the day, man, I just get kind of sick of everyone doubting this Bills team. Josh Allen, we looked midway through the game. Oh, he's at 300 yards. Like, damn, he eclipsed the 300-yard mark like nothing. You didn't even really realize it. It's just, we are a problem. And truly, man, the Fins fans, I know you guys are feeling yourself. I mean, the Fins fans were already tripping after week one. Okay, you beat the Patriots. It was what it was. Patriots did beat Mitch and the Steelers yesterday. But then they had a big game yesterday. They came back, you know what I'm saying? I forget how many unanswered points. Tua throws 6 touchdowns. But listen, let me tell you something, man. It ain't going to go down like that against this Bills squad. I mean, truthfully, guys, we are the best team in football on both sides of the ball. Everything. Like, we're unstoppable right now. And I don't know. I just want to know what everyone's thoughts about this game. Everyone's thoughts about this Bills team. I mean, obviously, I'm no fool. I know it's only week 2. You know what I mean? You don't throw a Super Bowl parade after 2 weeks. But I'm just really loving what I'm seeing from my team. And real talk, I'm so sick of everyone doubting us. Josh Allen was playing flawless football in the playoffs, and he picked right back up where he left off. You know what I mean? Josh has continued to progress as an athlete, as a quarterback, as a leader. This guy just has laser focus, like the laser arm that he has. And man, I just can't say enough about this. I don't know. Comment, everyone, what's your thoughts about this upcoming matchup with the Fins. I know, again, that they had a big game. Okay, we just had a big game, all right? We just had a big game. And Tua is just not that dude. I don't care how he performed yesterday. That ain't happening in Buffalo. And I understand why the Fins fans are like that. I explained this in one of my little rants that throughout the playoff drought, you know what I mean? All the ish everyone used to give Bills fans. Listen, there was some years where those teams were pretty good, right? I mean, some talented teams that we had. And, at the end of the day, we weren't able to break the drought, make the playoffs those years. That didn't come all the way until Tyrod's last year in Buffalo. But my point is some of those years when some of those Bills teams, had some talent that I was excited about, I was talking my ish. I was going in. I understand, man. But I just kind of getting sick of this with the Dolphins fans. This is a couple years in a row. And I always got to bring up, I mean, I know this is a few years back, but never forget that week 17 when you had the top defensive unit in the league and all you had to do was beat Buffalo Bills' second and third stringers as we were resting everyone. We had the playoffs clinched. And Mac Barkley, Isaiah McKenzie just teabagged the whole squad. You know what I mean? I'm really talking my ish today. You know what I mean? For those, like, everyone comment, or I'm sorry, sub to the channel, comment. If you're new over here, if you're not, it's all about hearing from you guys, the people. But my point is I don't typically talk greasy like this. But when your team is doing what this Bills team is doing, you talk greasy. Especially all the odds we've been up against it as fans, as a franchise all these years. I'm talking my ish, flat out. You know what I mean? I'm getting super greasy with it. But back to what I was saying about the Dolphins, you guys couldn't beat our bench, And I don't know, you still have that false sense of confidence every year. But I'm telling you guys, that Bills Dolphins game next week, it's gonna get. I'm not saying it's gonna be as out of hand as this Titans game was, but I'm not saying it's not gonna. I feel like we easily, win by 10 plus points. I don't know, man. I'm serious, man. Teams are going to continue to struggle against this Bills squad. I mean, we know it's the NFL. Offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators. You know what I mean? They see a D that's really performing out there. Everyone's working nonstop, watching film, trying to figure out a way to beat that D. You know what I mean? There's a quarterback or a receiver out there going crazy, putting up wild numbers. Everyone's working around the clock to try to find a way to jam them up. And it's a copycat league too. If one team sees a certain team have success against a good offense or defense, with a certain, a certain type of strategy or whatever, they're all watching, So it is only week 2. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself, but at the same time, we are that good. So, look, the Titans with your bunk ass, win that you had a couple years ago on that Tuesday game during the health crisis when y'all should have been forfeiting the game, okay? And last year, you know what I mean, when we went for the W instead of the tie. This game was truly one for the ages, and I know we just traumatized that team as well as their fan base. They fear the Buffalo Bills. They fear Bills Mafia. Now, Bills fans, not Bills fans, comment with what players really caught your eye out there. I mean, there was so much we were doing. I'm not even going to try to recap it all. I'd love to see Poyer get that pick, though. Again, Matt Milano running that pick 6 back. I loved it. I believe that's his first pick 6 of his career. Man, we got our defense. We just have so much talent. Listen, and guys, we got to talk about this scary injury we had, okay? Dane Jackson. When he went down, it was I swear, guys, comment for those who were watching. Originally, I definitely saw that there was some contact made, but I didn't realize, until, don't get me wrong, I was like, oh, man, he got his bell rung a little bit or something. But no, that was scary. That was scary, spinal cord, head, neck injury, terrifying, different situation, but it reminded me of the whole situation with Kevin Evrett, back, 2008, week 1. They had to have the ambulance come on the field. And if you guys recall, ECMC doing an experimental procedure. I believe they packed him with ice, lowered his body temp and his pulse. And I think they removed some vertebrae or something. They acted quick and tried to manage the swelling and did some next level, again, from my understanding. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? I'm no medical expert. But I think what they did was almost in experimental stages. And, Everett's walking, talking, living his best life these days. Obviously can never play contact sports again. But, man, that was a terrifying event. And, seeing this today kind of brought that back. But Poyer shared that Micah Hyde, who got shook up a little bit, one half of the best safety duo in the NFL, with Poyer. Micah Hyde told Poyer via text, hey, I'm good, I'm okay. And Dane Jackson apparently texted Jordan Poyer and said he's okay. Now, what does that mean? We don't know. You see Sean McDermott saying we're all praying for the best, but he is moving his arms and legs, which is outstanding, because, again, that was some terrifying-ish to see. But it's outstanding sign that he's moving. But as far as, what the, exact like is it the exact situation? I'm sorry, guys, I'm stalling out a little bit with my commentary, but what's gonna happen? Like we don't know yet. There could be permanent damage. I don't know. Remember Aaron Williams? He got hurt, not exact same way, but neck or spinal injury, I believe, right, guys? Then he ended up coming back and aggravated it. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, we know we love our Bills. Our Bills love playing for the Mafia, but got to think about the rest of their life. So again, hopefully he's okay, but a good sign that he's moving, and stay tuned. We'll definitely keep you guys with updates on him as well as everything else. So thanks for tuning in, Fins fans. Come on, listen, cut it out, guys. And I'm out of here, man. Go Bills. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to sub up. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm up out of here. Peace.